You ever notice how anime characters can train for 5 straight hours, get humbled by somebody with one eyebrow twitch, go home bruised, wake up before sunrise, and then still act like confessing a feeling is where the real boss fight starts? And that is why this episode matters. Because some of you are not lazy. You are not talentless. You are not confused because you have no dreams. You are hesitating because visibility feels risky. You want more, but more means being seen. Being seen means being judged. Being judged means somebody might reject the version of you that you finally stopped hiding. Today, using Taiki from Blue Box, we are breaking down why growth requires emotional risk, why staying safe is secretly expensive, and 5 ways to stop living like the main character who keeps volunteering to be an extra. This is Michael Yearby, your growth strategist, and you're locked in with From Anime to Action, the podcast where we watch the scenes, learn the lessons, and execute. Before we get into it, if you like anime-inspired hip-hop that sounds like ambition got into a training arc, go check out Rashad Oliver's music. The link is in the description below. Put it on when you need to stop staring at your ceiling like the ending credits of your own excuses. Now let us talk about Taiki. It sneaks up on you because the battle is not always on the court. Sometimes the real battle is whether you can move one step toward the thing you want without needing a guarantee that you will not look foolish. Here is the part that hits. Taiki is willing to push forward physically while struggling to move emotionally. That is a lot of people. You will work hard where the pain is private. You will study when nobody sees. You will practice your craft in silence. You will rewrite the post 17 times. You will build the business idea in your notes app. You will imagine the conversation. You will prepare the application. You will rehearse the apology. You will save the gym routine. You will plan the content calendar. You will do everything except the one thing that makes you visible. Because practice is safe when no one can judge it. But a real move has consequences. Posting the video means people can ignore it. Asking the question means someone can say no. Telling the truth means someone can misunderstand you. Trying out means someone can compare you. Saying I like you means someone can look at you with pity. Applying for the role means someone can decide you are not ready. And that is where hesitation becomes a very pretty cage. Let me say it clean. Hesitation is not always confusion. Sometimes hesitation is fear wearing a thoughtful outfit. You call it timing. You call it strategy. You call it waiting for the right season. You say, I am just being smart. But deep down, the real sentence is, I do not want to be exposed before I feel impressive. And listen, I get it. I have had moments where I wanted to be chosen, but did not want to be evaluated. I wanted the opportunity, but not the interview. I wanted the respect, but not the awkward learning curve. I wanted people to see the finished version, not the draft with spelling errors, emotional bruises, and insecure footwork. That is human, but it is also costly. Because if you wait until you are rejection-proof, you will wait forever. Taiki shows us something important. He is not powerful because he is never scared. He is powerful because he keeps placing himself near the life he wants. He keeps showing up to the gym. He keeps practicing. He keeps letting the difference between where he is and where Chinatsu is become fuel instead of shame. He may hesitate emotionally, but his body keeps voting for growth. And that is the mirror. Your habits are voting. Your silence is voting. Your hiding is voting. Your excuses are voting. Every day you are casting a ballot for the person you are becoming. So let us diagnose the real problem. You are not just afraid of failure. You are afraid of being visible while failing. That is different. Most people can handle losing in private. The gym miss in an empty room? Fine. The bad draft nobody reads? Fine. The awkward voice note you delete before sending? Painful, but survivable. But failing while people can see you? That feels like emotional public transportation with no headphones. That is why visibility feels risky. Visibility takes your dream out of fantasy and puts it into reality. Fantasy always lets you be perfect. Reality makes you choose. Fantasy says, one day I am going to do something amazing. Reality says, post it today and let 7 people watch it. Fantasy says, I could be great. Reality says, practice while someone better than you is standing right there. That is blue box energy. Taiki is next to excellence. Chinatsu is not a motivational quote on Pinterest. She is right there. Disciplined, focused, consistent, human. The more he sees her effort, the less he can lie to himself about what he wants. Some of you are around people, content, rooms, or dreams that keep exposing your excuses. That is why you feel uncomfortable. It is not because you are in the wrong place. It is because the right place is making the hidden version of you nervous. Now, here are 5 ways to move when visibility feels risky. Number 1. Stop asking for confidence before movement. Confidence is not the ticket. Confidence is the receipt. You do not get it before you buy the action. You get it after you survive the action. Taiki does not become better by waiting to feel like a great player. He becomes better by training while still being average. That is the whole point. You do not need main character confidence. You need episode 1 obedience. Do the small, visible thing. Send the message, ask the question, publish the first version, show up to the room, practice where people can see you learning. Stop making confidence your prerequisite when confidence is actually your evidence. Number 2, separate exposure from humiliation. Exposure means people can see you. Humiliation means you decide being seen makes you worthless. Those are not the same thing. Being new is not humiliating. Being awkward is not humiliating. Being rejected is not humiliating. Missing the shot is not humiliating. The humiliation comes when you take one painful moment and turn it into your whole identity. Taiki can lose a rally without becoming a loser. You can get ignored without becoming invisible. You can be rejected without becoming unworthy. You can be corrected without becoming a failure. Your nervous system may scream, "Everybody saw that!" But growth answers, "Good. Now everybody can see me improve." Number 3, choose one honest risk over 10 safe fantasies. This is where we get spiritually attacked by our own browser tabs. You do not need another plan. You need a move. You do not need another aesthetic routine video. You need to actually do the routine with your laundry pile judging you from the chair. One honest risk beats 10 safe fantasies. For Taiki, an honest risk is showing up near Chinatsu, training with intent, and slowly becoming the kind of person whose effort can be respected. For you, the honest risk might be making the offer, applying for the job, telling someone what you need, joining the group, releasing the first episode, or admitting that you want something enough to be embarrassed for it. A safe fantasy keeps your ego clean. An honest risk gives your future something to build with. Number 4, let rejection be information, not identity. Rejection is not a prophecy. It is data. It tells you what happened in one moment with one person, one opportunity, one room, one attempt. That is it. But fear loves to turn data into destiny. One person says no, and suddenly your brain opens a whole courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we have evidence that nobody will ever love this human. Their idea is trash, and their future should be placed in rice immediately. No, calm down, emotional attorney. A no can mean not now. A no can mean not here. A no can mean not that way. A no can mean you need more skill, better timing, clearer communication, or a different room. But a no does not mean you are done. Taiki's growth is not one clean emotional victory. It is repetition. It is correction. It is pressure. It is staying in the story after the moment gets uncomfortable. Number 5, become visible to yourself first. Before you demand the world recognize you, be honest about what you actually want. Some people are hiding behind humility when it is really fear. Some people say, I do not care about attention, but they are secretly starving to be acknowledged. Some people say, I am just chilling, but their spirit is pacing around the room like it has a tournament tomorrow. Tell the truth privately before you try to perform publicly. I want to be seen. I want to be chosen. I want to be respected. I want to be loved. I want to become excellent. I want to stop shrinking. I want to stop acting like my dreams are optional just because rejection is possible. That is not arrogance. That is clarity. And clarity is dangerous to excuses. This is also why I wrote the anime mindset, because anime fans already understand growth, discipline, pain, loyalty, purpose, and identity shifts. We have been watching characters get humbled, rebuild, sacrifice, and level up for years. The book helps you turn that passion into real-world power. If you are ready to stop just feeling inspired and start building like the character you keep cheering for, the link is in the description below. Now let us add nuance, because some people hear visibility and think I am telling them to overshare their trauma on the internet with sad piano music and a caption like, I never thought I would post this. No. Visibility does not mean emotional recklessness. Visibility does not mean begging people to validate your wounds. Visibility does not mean telling everybody every private thing because you confused vulnerability with content farming. Healthy visibility is intentional exposure. It is choosing the right risk with the right people in the right direction for the right reason. Taiki does not need to scream his feelings from the school roof like a romance anime emergency broadcast. He needs to keep growing into a person who can stand behind what he wants. That is the difference. Some of you are not supposed to be louder. You are supposed to be truer. That line matters. You do not need to become a different personality. You need to stop betraying the one you already have. If you're quiet, be quiet with courage. If you are soft, be soft with standards. If you are ambitious, be ambitious without pretending you are above disappointment. If you are scared, be scared and still take the step. Because the goal is not to become fearless. The goal is to stop letting fear be the loudest person in your life. And I know rejection is painful. I am not going to sit here and act like rejection is a cute little character building sticker. Rejection can hurt. Exposure can sting. Being seen can feel dangerous when you have been mocked, ignored, compared, or dismissed before. But safety has a cost too. Safety can become loneliness. Safety can become resentment. Safety can become watching other people live the life you kept rehearsing. Safety can become a personality where you call everyone cringe because they were brave enough to try. Do not become the person who clowns the arena because you were afraid to enter it. Anime fans know this. The side character who talks the most trash from the stands is never the one carrying the story. The story follows the person who steps forward while shaking. That can be you. Not because you are perfect, not because everybody will approve, not because the outcome is guaranteed, but because your future cannot be built only in private. At some point, your discipline has to become visible. Your love has to become visible. Your standards have to become visible. Your art has to become visible. Your leadership has to become visible. Your growth has to stop being a secret project with no release date. So here is the recap. Stop asking for confidence before movement. Separate exposure from humiliation. Choose one honest risk over 10 safe fantasies. Let rejection be information, not identity. Become visible to yourself first. That is the identity shift. You are not the hidden talented person waiting to be discovered. You are the disciplined person learning how to be seen. That is different. The hidden talented person waits for someone to make it safe. The disciplined person takes a clean step while their hands are still shaking. The hidden talented person protects the dream from judgment. The disciplined person protects the dream with action. And Taiki reminds us that growth is not always dramatic. Sometimes it is early mornings, awkward feelings, quiet effort, missed shots, repeated practice. One honest step closer to the thing you want. So this week, I want you to take one visible risk. Not 10, one. Post the idea. Ask for feedback. Join the practice. Apply for the opportunity. Start the conversation. Tell the truth with respect. Let someone see that you are trying. And if you want the fastest way to understand which character-based discipline problem keeps pulling you back, take the Character Discipline Score. It is a short assessment that shows whether your issue is chaos, distraction, impatience, age panic, false urgency, or a weak self-image. Stop blaming motivation when the real problem has a pattern. The link is in the description below. Next up, we're going into Oshi no Ko and talking about this. Your persona is eating your real self. And yes, grab the free booklet too, because that episode is going to call out everybody who has become a brand before becoming a person. Until then, stop hiding in the bleachers of your own life. Watch the scenes, learn the lessons, execute.